Buondì. My name is Attilio Pozzy, and I was born in Poschiavo in 1870. I have never been a pastry chef, and I have never emigrated, but my work, and that of my family, has also been linked for generations to the history of the many people from Poschiavo who have earned their living as pastry chefs and cafe owners all over Europe. Our work has always revolved around this house. As early as 1747, the Ragazzi family had an emporium here where they sold fabrics and colonial goods, sugar, coffee, cocoa, spices, tobacco. In parallel to the trading activity and to keep business moving, the Ragazzis began to grant credit to the shop's customers and, little by little, also to manage their savings. In other words, a proper banking business developed. The Ragazzi family no longer exists, but was once very enterprising and innovative. For example, they opened both a tobacco factory and a printing house. In 1852, they founded the local weekly newspaper, Il Grigione Italiano, which is still published today. And in 1857, they participated in the construction of the Hotel Le Presi on the shores of Lake Poschiavo, which was the start of tourism in the valley. During the 19th century, my grandfather, Andrea Pozzy, who was married to Eva Ragazzi, and then my father, Giorgio, also joined the Ragazzi company. In 1869, the Ragazzis passed on the house and the emporium to my father's family. From that time, the Pozzy firm carried on with both the shop and the financial business. Those were the years when a great many people from Poschiavo, especially those from the Reformed Church, worked abroad as pastry chefs. Not all of them, but many, were able to set aside substantial savings, with which they then aspired to enjoy life after returning home. So they entrusted their earnings to the Pozzys, who managed them for them, invested them in real estate and land, or made them profitable through shares and bonds. After my father's death in 1898, I took over the company together with my brother-in-law Augusto Samardini, my sister Adeli's husband, who had work experience from Spain. Speaking of emigration, two of my brothers and sisters also experienced it. Ernesto Andrea went to Spain, then returned and opened a patisserie right next to the shop. Elisa, on the other hand, followed her husband Bernardo Otti Samardini to Kiev, where he ran a cafe. In short, in my time, practically every family had one or more emigrant members. In the early 1900s, when the federal law on national banking came into force, our financial business was institutionalized and became a full-fledged bank, complete with a license. It grew a lot, thanks also to the excitement that the valley was experiencing with the construction of the Bernina Railway and the first hydroelectric plants. Then thanks to the proximity of the border and the smuggling business between Val Poschiavo and Val Taligna. When Augusto and I passed away, the company transferred to our respective children, Dialma and Ferdi. After Dialma's retirement, Ferdi was left alone. Business was good, but it was becoming increasingly difficult for a small bank like ours to meet the management standards necessary to maintain the license. His children were not interested in carrying on the banking business, only the shop. So Ferdi decided to transfer his clients to the Union Bank of Switzerland, now UBS, which opened a branch in the square in 1972. The Pozzy Bank, with its origins dating back to 1747, is the oldest of more than 370 institutions acquired by UBS to date.